Oh, hey guys, it's me, Jacob's Aquarium. Long time no see. Hope you guys are doing really good. Hope your tanks are doing good. I missed you guys and I'm so happy to be making this video today. So I have a lot of updates, a lot of things to cover in this video. This is gonna be like one of those Apple keynotes. We call it a Jacob's Aquarium keynote. I don't have a big stage and a large audience where I can walk, back and forth and, go like this and be like, so there's been some very interesting changes. I can't do any of that, but I have a chair, I have a pond in the background, and a lot of things to talk about. So let's get started. So first and foremost, let's talk about the nursery. I know you guys have had a lot of questions about the nursery. People have been asking me, what happened? What's going on? Is everything okay? I want to come to your nursery, but everywhere I'm seeing that you're closed and I can't come. So my original goal with the nursery was to be open to the public at least 6 days a week and be here available for my customers from 9 o'clock in the morning to 3 o'clock in the afternoon. That did not work out. My life is just so crazy and there's so much going on. There is always something happening. There is never a dull moment, and I just have not had time to be here. The only time that I really do have to be here is like today on the weekend, which that's why I changed my hours at one point to just 9 to 3 Saturday only, but that really didn't work out because that didn't meet everybody's availability. So I just decided to close the nursery so that it's not open to the public, but of course I'm still selling all my stuff online. So Jacob's Nursery, Jacob's Aquarium, whatever you want to call it or refer to it as, whatever, is only available online now. And just to explain a little further, I could have actually hired employees, I could have gone the full mile and done all that, but the thing is, guys, like I mentioned before, I'm not insanely rich. I don't make a lot of money from this hobby, and hiring employees and the cost of that, and freaking bug flying right in front of my face. Get out of here. It would just cost way too much money, and the amount of money that I do make, it just would not justify the cost to do all that, so. And on top of that, I didn't get a lot of customers here. I wasn't getting customers every single day, just because there's not too many people in this area that want to buy aquatic plants. So it just really didn't make sense to be open to the public 6 days a week, or even 1 day a week. My Jacob's Aquarium, everything I do is like 99% of my customers come from the internet, so it really didn't make sense. And at the end of the day, I just decided to become an online business, strictly an online business, and that's it. But I do have plans in the future to have like an open house type thing where you guys can come and check things out, kind of have like a little party or something. I will be doing things like that in the future, but as far as Jacob's Nursery being open to the public, it's not anymore. It's strictly online. So that's where you can find everything that we sell here at the nursery. You can find it on jacobsaquarium.com, or you can find it on jacobsplumerias.com. So that's an update about the nursery. Now let's talk about jacobsaquarium.com. I have an all new redesigned website. I know I just redesigned my website like a year ago, but I redesigned it again. That's something you guys got to learn about, or that you'll probably come to learn about me, is that I can never just stay happy with one thing. I'm constantly changing things, I'm constantly improving things, but I think that's a good thing, and I think that's what makes a good entrepreneur, is somebody that never stays with something forever. They're constantly innovating, they're constantly upgrading, they're constantly doing things, constantly building things to improve on themselves and their business and everything that they do. So Jacob's Aquarium is all new, redesigned. I hope you guys will check it out and let me know what you think in the comment section below. Something else really exciting, Castro, my favorite company when it comes to aquarium lighting, LED lighting, horticulture lighting, LED lighting in general, is sending me one of their new products, the Castro H1 200, a fantastic grow light that has tons of output. It is so bright and so massive and so effective at growing plants, whether they're aquatic or regular, above ground plants, potted plants. They're sending me that product, and I'm going to be reviewing it on this channel very soon. And I know you guys will be looking forward to that, because Castro products, every time I review them on my channel, you guys have so many questions and are so interested and so fascinated with these products, and as am I, you know, so stay tuned because that video is coming up very soon. And a huge shout out, a huge thank you to Castro for once again sending me one of their products. They have been so great to me, and they have sent me so much stuff. I've reviewed so many Castro products on this channel, it is unbelievable, and they have helped me out so much when it comes to lighting for my aquariums in the past, my pond, and even my above ground plants. They have been so great. So stay tuned because a product review for the Castro H1200 is coming up very soon as well. And lastly, let's talk about the pond, and this is the main focus of this video. So the pond has been doing great, plants have been growing like crazy, and actually they've been growing a little too much. My whole goal with this pond, after I redesigned it and moved things around and started using those little black trays, was to keep all the plants separated so that they didn't grow into each other, which would make things easier for me when I was packaging plants on my shipping days. However, that plan did not work. Plants grow so fast in this pond and they're so crazy and they have a mind of their own that they eventually grew into each other. They actually jumped over the barriers of each tray into each other, and now they're all intertwined. So today what I'm going to be doing is cleaning all that up using new trays, but this time they're actually, you can kind of refer to them as boxes to hold the plants, and they're a lot taller, so I'm pretty sure these will work a lot better and prevent the plants from pretty much jumping the fence, you know what I mean? So that's what I'm going to do today. The pond has been amazing though, guys. You know, I can put a plant in here and within a week it'll double in size. It's just crazy how fast things grow in this pond. I love this pond. This pond is a little over a year old now. It's still working great, still holds up great, and everything has been doing wonderful. And also the fish that I have in here have started to breed. Actually, they have been breeding, so there's tons of little baby fish in the pond, and it's been so cool to see them grow and see their progress. It's just been an absolutely amazing experience owning this pond and using it to grow aquatic plants. It's been absolutely incredible. So today in this video, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be redesigning the pond, pretty much taking everything out, putting everything back in, all nice and organized so that plants can grow much better. They're not shading each other in the pond, and it'll make things a lot easier for me when I'm packaging plants. That way, you know, I'm not grabbing, you know, multiple plants. I'm grabbing one plant because they're not growing intertwined anymore. It's just going to be a lot easier. So I hope you guys enjoy this video. Sit back, relax, and enjoy some nice aquatic plant porn. So since I've done this before and I know the outcome of stirring up the pond substrate, I made sure to install 2 new 100 micron socks to filter out most of the dust that would eventually cloud the pond to beyond any visibility, which would make completing this project today very difficult. You may be asking, well, why is the pond so dirty? Well, I typically don't clean the pond substrate. I believe just like aqua soil or other planet tank substrates, it should be left alone or good nutrients will be sucked right out of it. Although I'm primarily using sand that initially didn't have any nutrients, it has built up some over the year it's been in the pond. It also contains a lot of beneficial bacteria. However, in this case, it's impossible to avoid moving it around, so the micron socks were a must. Next, I filled all of the new taller trays with water to separate all the plants that I'd be pulling out of the pond today. These trays are 7 inches taller than the trays currently in the pond, and it's this height increase I'm hoping will eliminate the chance of my plants growing into each other and getting all mixed up. Alright, now it's time to start pulling plants out. I wanted to start with my Rotala macrandra and pearlweed as these were the plants that took over the pond the most. Initially, these 2 plants were confined to 2 small trays about 6 months ago, and now they've taken over this entire side of the pond. I was so eager to rip these plants out today. Another thing I wanted to mention was how this overgrowth of plants has been impacting my business. So, the pond I have is huge. However, to remain profitable as a business, every square inch of the pond must be utilized effectively. Only having 2 plants taking up this much space that could otherwise be used for other species of plants is such a waste of real estate. If this overgrowth wasn't occurring, this extra space in the pond could be used to stock other varieties of plants, giving me the ability to offer a wider range of plants to my customers. So as you can imagine, the biggest goal with this project today is to use every square inch of the pond effectively and not waste such a large area of real estate on such a low number of plants. As you can see, ripping out all that pearlweed and rotala has caused quite a mess in the pond. As I mentioned earlier, this was expected, and the micron socks really helped clear the pond up. It kinda sucked though, having to stop working to clean out the dirt from the socks every 5 minutes. So while the pond was clearing up, I started filling each tray with sand in preparation for the replanting of the rotala and pearlweed. There will be about 3 inches of substrate in each tray, which will give the plants plenty of sand to anchor themselves into. After filling the tray, I then submerged the entire thing into the pond, which clouded the pond even more. I'm telling you guys, these micron socks really came in handy today. Next, it was time to plant the plants. This was a very delicate process, guys. I can't say that enough. Since these two plants were growing into each other and were basically all mixed up in the pond, I had to separate them stem by stem to ensure both plants wouldn't end up growing together again, which would make this whole project pointless. It was a lot of work, but it's worth it to ensure these two plants are finally separated. And here's the final result. My pearlweed and rotala are now separated and growing in their own trays. I also now have a ton of extra space in the pond. I am so excited to get some new varieties of plants growing in this spot. Something very important I need to remember to keep up on is trimming though. Although it looks as if these plants can never jump this tall tray into another, given enough time without trimming, it's possible. So I need to remember to trim these plants at least once a week, or if they sell quickly, that would help as well. So if you're thinking about buying plants, add these two to your list. It would really help me out. Otherwise, these trimmings will go straight into the compost pile. So I plan on separating all of my plants today, but because the pond gets so cloudy whenever the substrate is stirred up, I decided to do this project over time rather than in one day, which could probably make the pond so dirty it would impact the health of my plants. Stay tuned to Jacob's Aquarium for more updates about this project in the future. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it for this video here on Jacob's Aquarium. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I am exhausted. It is the end of the day. I've been working with the pond all day. I'm sweaty. I'm dirty. You know, the pond is not the cleanest place in the world. And I'm ready to go home, take a shower, kick back, relax, and have a beer. So I will catch you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. And don't forget, all the plants that you saw today in this video are available on my website, jacobsaquarium.com. And please also don't forget to follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. All my social media links are in the description below. Have fun with your tanks, everybody. I love you guys so much, and I'll see you next time.